Sam Darnold, Super Bowl champion, Brew. And as you've been saying, he becomes the face of the QB reclamation project.
Yes.
He gives a lot of credit to Kyle Shanahan, where he sat behind Brock and learned. So how about the person currently sitting behind Brock and learning, Mac Jones? Heck yeah. Is Mac Jones the next Darnold-esque reclamation QB? And if he's not, do you have a candidate for that?
There are some candidates. I mean, I think Daniel Jones is still out there as that guy. So let's say Indy stays with him. He's a candidate. Malik Willis is a candidate. If I was Pittsburgh, I'd be interested in him, maybe even Cleveland. But for Mac, these two teams, I think, should go after Mac. I think Minnesota should to be behind JJ.
Why?
Or because you got to see what JJ is, I think. But JJ, if he's terrible, or look, you can have him battle it out. I mean, we saw Mac for a few games. He played well, and I do think he should feel this way. And I think maybe he can do it. I'm not going to say Super Bowl, but, maybe he can kind of be a Darnold light or be a Darnold. But if I'm Minnesota, I do want to see what JJ can do. If Mac's so much better in training camp, maybe you just start Mac. But if JJ gets hurt, which has happened a lot, or he's just not good, then you have Mac Jones in a good system with a good quarterback coach. And if I'm Pittsburgh, Mike McCarthy has been good with quarterbacks. Dak had his best years under McCarthy. I'm more interested in bringing him in than Aaron Rodgers. And so that's where I would look at Mac.
Could he?
Speak the truth, Greg.
No.
Thank you.
He can't do what Darnold did?
I believe that he will get an opportunity to try to do it.
Sure.
I don't think that he can do it. I think he's in a really good situation, and because we just saw what Sam Darnold did in with two different organizations, we think, oh man, anybody can do that. Mac Jones can. Well, Sam Darnold's a little more athletic, better quarterback.
Better prospect, bigger, stronger.
The quarterback that
Mac had a better start to his career.
I understand that. The quarterback that I see, small sample size, Malik Willis. Like, for me, what I was able to see in Tennessee, or what we did not see in Tennessee, and to see him go over to a situation in Green Bay, develop, and then once he was given the opportunity to be inserted and play, there was no drop-up. We actually saw him run a offense. Right. And again, the numbers support him. Like, again, the sample size is small, but 78.7% completion percentage was awesome for Malik Willis. Based on what we were seeing prior. Look, no turnovers.
Crazy.
Like, he was excellent. And now, again, we see the rushing TDs.
Is that over 2 seasons?
That was, yes. That's the 2-1 record over his starts. Like, I know it's a small sample size, but the growth and the maturity of the player that we saw from Tennessee to the first time we saw him a couple years ago in Green Bay take over, and they just wanted to run the ball, to this year, and they opened the entire playbook, and he ran it seamlessly and effortlessly. And some say, man, he looked better than Jordan Love. I wouldn't go that far, but I felt like he should have had a package.
He played great.
Moving forward,
so
even
who
in
you
the
think should go? Pittsburgh, maybe?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they want a guy that is athletic, that can get outside the pocket, that can still. They want a difference maker. That's why they felt like, we'll pass on Sam Darnold, we'll let him go, because they felt like there was a ceiling with Sam.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm surprised none of you guys
now we know that.
mentioned as a possible name Kyler. Because Kyler, but Kyler, I guess, different path because he got paid, and these other guys didn't. Listen, I don't think Mac Jones is as good as Sam Darnold. He's only 1 year younger. It's not like he has a bunch of time to catch. He came in the league 3 years later, but he came in a little old. Darnold was super young. You guys also know that I think the Niners' offense is something of a quarterback stimulus package for who you're going to be elsewhere. But ultimately, it's kind of a moot point because the Niners are without a doubt keeping him.
Yes, that's
because where I think if Mac is going to be the next Darnold, it'll be in San Francisco. It'll be seriously. He's going to be the quarterback. He's going to be the backup quarterback to Brock Purdy next year. and then we'll see if Purdy gets through the whole year healthy, what Darnold is, or what Mac is. He's too valuable to them because they know they can win games with him, and right now Purdy is a real injury risk. And so unlike Rodgers or Malik Willis, that just costs you cap dollars. You have to trade for Mac Jones, and I don't know if the Niners are going to make him available.
Welcome back to First Things First. The Seahawks are favored to go back-to-back. They are tied with the Rams for the best odds to win the Super Bowl next year. The Patriots have the fourth best odds. Nevertheless, there's some headlines coming out that say maybe both of these teams are on the doorstep of a dynasty. From Yahoo, Jason Fitz and Caroline Fenton. Are the Seattle Seahawks on the brink of a dynasty? Meanwhile, Jeremy Fowler, why Drake Maye and Patriots could build a dynasty despite the loss. So, who's most likely, if it's not these teams, you can go pick your own dealer's choice, to be the next dynasty? Does it hurt your feelings? You okay with this? This is your furrowed brow.
I mean,
missed the playoffs.
The answer to this question is the team that might still be amidst their dynasty, the Chiefs. Like that's if we are going to say, hey, there was a dynasty in the late 2020s, the best money would be on the team that only has to win one more Super Bowl, and it's like, yeah, it's still the Chiefs dynasty. So I think that is the smart money there. I think if it's not the Chiefs, if the Chiefs dynasty is over, then the odds are nobody. And if I have to pick one, like we don't typically go seamless dynasty to dynasty to dynasty like that. But if I had to pick one team, the Patriots would not be my first draft pick because I don't know that they have a decided advantage within their own division. I don't think they have a decided advantage within their own conference. And I think that there were questions raised by the playoff run that are big enough that is saying, okay, obviously they're going to be perennial championship contenders is not a place that right now I'm willing to go to. Like I put their dynasty chances around the same I put the Bears, which are, they both are starting from, 0 dynasty chips. I don't think making a Super Bowl and losing it before you've won, like, it ramps you up the dynasty ladder. They both have young coaches I like, young quarterbacks I love, and teams that are good but have holes on the roster. So that's and I think the Patriots are in the tougher conference to perennially get to the Super Bowl because of the quarterbacks there.
I do agree it's Kansas City because of Mahomes. He's still like Brady until proven otherwise. As long as he's in his prime, now we'll see how he returns. But I just think right now, I don't think the dynasty is necessarily over. Now, maybe Brady took 10 years between Super Bowl wins. So this may take maybe 2 years. They're not close to getting to the Super Bowl. But I think it's still, assuming Mahomes is still Mahomes, it can come right back and they can start a new dynasty with a new group. So I got Kansas City. Buffalo and Baltimore, I don't think dynasties are on the board. I think maybe they can get a Super Bowl with their great quarterbacks, but not dynasty. But I think Chicago with Caleb is a team I would put on there. And here's the other one, and this is according to your logic, Nick. After the Chiefs, the team would be Philadelphia. Just because if they win if they win it next year, and you got 3 in 6 years, would that be, or 3 in 5 years? Or even if they win it in 2 years.
No, hold on.
I mean, but two wins, been to 3 and 5 years. You know what I mean? They're still young, they're still heavily talented. I do think Sirianni starts on the hot seat, but
hot seat in the middle of a dynasty.
No, I know, but don't we all? I mean, it seems like he is.
Are you discounting Seattle? Because Seattle's argument would be very similar to Philly.
I am right now. I don't think dynasty's on the board for them. I mean, mini dynasty maybe, which is 2.
Nick, you got to, what do I have right there?
No dynasty for a while.
Yeah, no dynasty for a while. And I say this.
You think KC's done as far as dynasty?
I think they're done for now.
Okay.
In terms of what you guys have said, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. But I say no dynasty for a while because you made a point. You said, the New England Patriots don't have a decided advantage within their division. I think the argument can be made that Seattle, even after having won it,
Might not have a deciding.
they might not have a deciding advantage within their division because it was so close with the Rams. You lose your coordinator. That's a huge loss. And there's so many teams that have really good defenses that if they can just get the quarterback play, Houston, obviously we talk
Minnesota maybe.
Minnesota, but we talk about the Chargers. But the Chargers feel like they have a team like Denver. Like there's so much parity right now, and we just witnessed. This is no knock on Sam Darnold because he played great all season long and he played great when they needed him to. But you don't need a Josh Allen. You don't have to have a Patrick Mahomes if you have these other things. And I think there's a lot of teams that are so close to that. It's going to be very hard for any team to just re-up and retool.
I'm going to make a Patriots argument, but I will also give Seattle their flowers and a little bit of the Chiefs as well, and a little bit of whoever you think is a great GM. Maybe it's a Howie Roseman thing. Dusty, you pull up snaps by rookies. So this is the idea that we did have a very easy schedule. We also had a very young team.
Yeah.
Browns, Jets, Titans, Patriots, Saints. Only one of those teams was in the Super Bowl. A lot of those teams just combined or might not get to 14 wins. I didn't do the math.
No, every single one of those teams finished last in their division,
So,
except for the Pats, obviously.
so I think that, I mean, I was like, oh, Will Campbell and Jared, they were in high school a few years ago. So they're going to struggle a little bit in the biggest game. So the reason I put that in is they played great, but we also drafted great. Yeah. And we look at some of the articles coming out of Seattle, and John Schneider's like, you know what? I'm going to move on from DK Metcalf and get the draft capital that got Eminwari. Move on from Geno, who was doing great. Move on from Pete Carroll. Switch it up, and all of a sudden, we won the Super Bowl. So I guess the question is this a coach question? Is it a quarterback question? Or is this actually which is not as fun, a GM question?
No, it's kind of all of the above. I think one of the weaknesses of your team, honestly, is your GM. I don't think Elliott Wolf is on par with some of these other guys, and I don't think he's had the drafts that are on par. And one of those rookies that took a ton of snaps, I think they might look back on and say, fine player, but not the type of guy we wanted with the 4th overall pick.
I mean,
and
maybe.
so
I
know you were in, but again, being in the Super Bowl doesn't, to me, mean every single player on your team did their job as well as they could have done and was the right pick and the right player. You were there. But here is just, if we could just give us an extra 45 seconds, put up my quote board. Because the other the shaky concern, the post playoffs added small concern for New England is the one spot where there was no concern going into the playoffs. And this is not my words. This is why I found this from The Ringer, Dante Lee. Maye has to get better, too. The postseason run was abysmal for him. He ended the postseason with 21 sacks and 8 turnovers, both the most by any quarterback in any postseason in the last 25 years. And with 102 sacks taken over his full 33-game career, we're looking at a quarterback whose mix of poor habits and incredible talent makes the future a toss-up. Now, I would say it again.
I think it's an insane take.
I think toss-up is too harsh. I wouldn't call it a toss-up. But I would say this postseason has moved him, for me, from the sure thing category. From sure thing to...
With that argument, he would be better off losing in the second round losing in the first round. Playing great and losing in and then you wouldn't see any of the sacks.
Yes, no.
So because he won games and did what he needed to do to win games, all of a sudden he's got the most sacks.
So that's where, KW, that's where I disagree with your analysis of it. I did not view the Patriots' run to the Super Bowl one of Drake Maye playing like Darnold did in the Super Bowl. I'm just doing what it takes to win, avoiding mistakes. I thought, and reasonable people can disagree, I thought Drake objectively played poorly in each game. And so if you're saying, would I feel better if he had played awesome and lost a duel in round 1? I might.
Literally the hardest defensive path any quarterback has ever faced. But right now, great news. Pitchers and catchers report this week for the world champion Dodgers. Also this week, Topps celebrates their 75th anniversary. 2026 Topps Series 1 baseball cards releases tomorrow. And today, we are counting down. They've been counting down for weeks. Top 75 cards. This is the reveal, Brew, of the top 10 Topps
awesome.
cards
Ever.
Ever.
Of all time.
Of all time.
All baseball collection.
It's incredible.
Coming in
The
at number
world
10.
reveal.
Brew, do you want to kick us off? Number 10,
Shohei Ohtani.
2018 Topps update.
The boat. That's his rookie year. And I think it's great because going forward, people are going to probably forget a lot of casual fans that he played for Anaheim because he's winning.
Yeah.
I mean, really, he's winning
to say
World
it, you might be
Series,
right, yes.
With the Dodgers and all of that.
That's right.
Had the greatest game ever with the Dodgers. Most of his MVPs. I think he won 2 with Anaheim maybe, but still, he's got 4 now. And so that's a great card. And is there any debate now? He's the boat, right?
No, there is debate.
There is?
There is
a pretty
debate.
significant
Right now is not the
debate.
time
Really?
for it, but there is debate.
You know what I would like the goal of this segment is not only to count down the top 10 cards, but to get you invested in a little baseball card action, bro.
Brew will do
That
an
would be great.
investment.
You do have a lot of investments
He
out
does.
there, bro.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Card number 9. And guess what? I picked this one out because when I was a child, I think we went to a flea market and then we went to a baseball card store, and I've wanted this card forever. This is kind of like a mandatory card. 1980.
Oh, you got it.
Ricky Henderson. I get it. You don't use these anymore. These screw down lucite. It's a great card. It's a beautiful card. So this was, you get into the junk wax era of like 80s when there was just a lot of production.
Yeah.
This was like from the 70s to the 80s, like a perfect card from Ricky Henderson.
That is
Looking at
perfect.
that type
Great
of
card.
card case
Yeah.
gives me a little PTSD.
Why?
Well, I at one point in college had to unscrew all those and try to sell those cards that I had saved up in my childhood pay
No, this is
gambling
not.
nets. Kobe Bryant rookie card, great Shaq card.
That's
great
not
baseball
necessarily.
cards. What?
Some of them are worth money. You may have just had the wrong cards.
No, they were all worth money, but I owed people money, and so I had to. What was I gonna do?
You know what?
Unscrewing those cases is a tragic moment.
What type of person
It
were
was
you selling
either
the
that
cards
or
to that
he-
didn't want them in the case?
I don't.
That's a bad sign.
It was
I want
either
them out of
that
the cases.
or
that.
he was going to be sleeping
Number
with the
8,
fishes.
1955 Topps Roberto Clemente. This is his rookie card. Also, a lot of early 50s cards, horizontal cards. So it's a great card from Roberto
Yeah,
Clemente.
and
Great
it's the
all-time player.
it's his only PSA 10 graded card, and he obviously is one of the most legendary players with one of the most legendary careers, and also to have his 3,000th hit in his final game ever before tragically dying while on an aid mission.
Yep.
An all-time Pittsburgh and baseball legend.
Yeah, he's amazing. There's one PSA graded 10 in the whole world.
Correct.
I'm on the lookout for another one though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If I come across
I hope
one.
you find it.
I'm
Yeah.
looking for it.
Yeah.
Number 7, 1986 Topps Barry Bonds. This is a Topps traded, bro. It would come in a little box, and when I was growing up, the marquee card in the 86 Topps rated, Bo Jackson, sure.
Yeah.
Jose Canseco rookie card was
Oh.
the classic card, similar pose. But turns out Barry Bonds better than Jose Canseco in the long
Yeah.
run.
And maybe the boat.
Maybe the boat.
He has an argument for the boat himself, and
He was a video game.
And this
no
is to
question.
your point, Brew, kind of about Ohtani. A lot of people, young people watching right now, are like, Barry Bonds
Right,
played for
right.
the Pirates. Like, no, for real.
And Barry was thin back
right.
then. That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
too. That's
Stealing
what I'm saying
bases.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Card number 6. I got a story about this card too. 1968 shared card with Nolan Ryan's rookie with Jerry Koosman.
Well, and that's Nolan Ryan's only rookie card.
Yes.
He didn't have a solo one.
Yeah.
He didn't have a great rookie year. Koosman did. Now, obviously, Koosman didn't turn out to be a great player.
Yeah.
Ryan turned out to be legendary.
Tricky.
But yeah, this is an interesting card.
Tricky if you're, Jerry Koosman's like distant cousin and you want to start collecting his cards. Turns out to be an expensive rookie
Yeah.
card.
You're right
So
about
a rough
that.
one. Number 5, 2024. This is a modern card. Topps Chrome Update Series Baseball. Paul Skeens, rookie debut patch. This is more modern cards. Patches start coming. Autographs start coming. This is one of one.
Yeah,
Paul
I mean, it's got a patch from, his first game ever, and it's signed, like you said, 1 of 1, and that speaks to how it's in the top 5 of the greatest cards, because what you're about to see from the top 4, KW, you and I mean, Brew was alive when these guys' cards came out, these next ones, but not you and me.
Number 4, 1952 Topps. Wow. All-time card, Jackie Robinson.
Now, this is, believe it or not, his official rookie card.
Yes.
Even though it was released 5 years after his rookie year, of course, 1947. But just a tremendous card. You know, it's a facsimile signature, like a lot of them nowadays.
A friend that we both know, that I used to work with, has this card autographed. And he showed it to me, and I almost fainted.
Autograph from Jackie Robinson?
Yeah, well, he didn't sign it. Yeah, autographed Jackie Robinson.
Not the facsimile.
No, it's an autographed Jackie Robinson.
All right, top 3.
Vertical. Number 3, 1954 rookie card, Hank Aaron from the Milwaukee Braves, just another classic card.
And that is his rookie year, the year he did, 1954 is when he entered the league. Obviously went on to become the biggest record in America at that time, Babe Ruth's home run record. And obviously great for race relations as well. So tremendous card.
Only 2 PSA 10s in the world of this card.
How much are those?
And they think over $1 million.
Hank Aaron, great card to collect because he played for so long.
Yeah.
You can sort of get some of the later cards. It's fun to go back, see how far you can go back.
Yeah.
Number 2,
years.
1952 Topps, Willie Mays.
I believe he's the greatest baseball player of all time. Of every baseball card that's ever existed, this would be, with respect to our friends at Topps, this wouldn't be my number 2 draft pick. This would be my number 1 draft pick to have. I understand that there's famous cards, the Honus Wagner stamp card. There's the one that's about to come in number 1. But I think Willie Mays is the greatest player of all time, and this is as great of a card as ever existed in sports collecting.
Number 1, this is the classic 1952 Mickey Mantle. This card is displayed in the Hall of Fame. People just go look at it. It's just also just a visually beautiful card. It's got like a nice green hue. Like, it's funny, I talked to one of my friends about this. Like, this card almost looks like a painting, like a piece of art, versus just a regular card. So
it also means, KW, there's somebody watching right now who's 80, who when they were 5 or 6 years old, went down to the soda shop and for a nickel bought a Topps pack and had a 52 Mantle and a 52 Mays and didn't know they were like sitting on Berkshire Hathaway stock at
the same time, I'm so old, when I was buying cards, they cost 50 cents, and now packs are more than 50 cents.
Yeah, but this is unbelievable. I'm
Top
really
10 baseball cards from Topps.
Awesome.
Series comes out, Series 1 2026 comes out tomorrow. Thank you to Topps.
Yeah.
If you have any of these cards kicking around in your attic,
I'll buy them.
Yeah, call Nick Wright or call Kevin Wild.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.